is right. We can talk about anything you like. Just listen. Take a walk right over to my kitchen. What you wanna do? Come mix it up with the stew. So tell me what you wanna do. Come mix it up with the stew. Yeah, come mix it up with the stew.
Welcome to the stew. It's Wednesday, and we are certainly feeling the hump over here. We're here watching the stew, and my name is Janae.
I'm Les.
I'm Anika, and that was a very terrible joke.
I thought it was so cute. Oh my goodness. We're trying to get over the hump, but first it's Woman Crush Wednesday, which is even better.
Yes.
So much we're going to talk about, so much excitement, so much going on.
Yeah.
In the world and here in our own country, right? Les,
Yeah.
kick us off. What you got?
I want to start off with Black Men in Power. Right here in the 242, as it was recently announced that Alfred Sayers would also be running for the leadership of the Progressive Liberal Party. However, it's also been announced that the Progressive Liberal Party convention would be postponed, put off until further notice. Because of Hurricane Matthew. I think there's
still blaming him? My goodness.
Of course. It's only been 3 weeks, so yeah, we're still, we can still get away with that.
Okay.
But I think some members of the party want to have the convention still go on, and some members feel that, just due to the climate, the environment right now, overall in the country, it'd be a better idea if they put it off. But
they want it to get better for them first. Some stories to
I don't know. But what I found so interesting, though, because this is really based on an article that was in the Nassau Guardian. And, public domain does polls right here in our 242. They call it people, they have them answer questions. And in a recent poll conducted by public domain, it was noted that Alfred Sayers actually had a lead on Perry Christie and Brave Davis when it came to popularity. Mind you, they all got 4s out of 10, but Alfred Sayers got the highest 4.
Oh, okay.
His was like a 4.8 compared to 4.3 or 4.5 for the other two. So, yeah, but I don't know. It's going to be very interesting, I think, leading up to whatever they decide to do, their convention, the elections, who's going to take over.
I just wish it would come and go.
I do, too.
I don't want to talk about this ever again.
I just honestly wish we had some younger blood in both parties. Yeah. That's my only take. It'd be really great if we had, some young blood that came forth and showed some interest. But
Well, speaking of young blood and my anxiety, BuzzFeed had this article about a kind of like a early on midlife crisis. It's when you're like maybe 24, 25, and you're feeling the angst of life. You feel like a complete failure. You can't budget. You're broke. You're single. You're lonely.
It's okay, Anika. It's going to get better.
We didn't know it was that bad. You could talk to us,
And I actually think I'm going through one of those.
No way.
Early on midlife.
It's called
crisis.
a quarter life crisis.
A quarter life crisis,
Yeah.
and I'm just over that by like. I can tell y'all my age, but anyway, I feel like I'm experiencing the quarter life crisis for real. Like I'm anxious. I feel like this real pressure to accomplish my goals and to buy things and to make money, and I feel like I may need to consider other means of income.
Well, can I tell you from somebody who has surpassed the quarter life crisis, of which I can't even remember that time? We put too much pressure on ourselves as humans. I'll just say that much. Yeah, we put way too much pressure on ourselves. Yeah, of course, we all have goals. We all have dreams. There are certain things that we want to accomplish at certain times. But I'm going to tell you straight up, life throws you curveballs. There are things that happen unexpectedly that you absolutely can't avoid sometimes, and you literally just have to roll with the punches. When life throws you lemons, you give them some lemonade.
Can I add vodka?
You can add vodka if you
Okay,
like. Yeah.
okay.
But you just
You make
keep it
vodka
rolling.
lemonade.
Vodka lemonade.
Just keep it rolling.
I
Take
know,
whatever
you know, that's
comes,
hard
keep
for
it
me to
rolling.
absorb sometimes. I mean, how do you really, I mean, because that's what you say, right? But the
know, it's a lot
reality
easier
is
said
when you're in the thick of it, you feel.
The reality is you have to kind of look at it for what it is, right? You have to know yourself and you have to know where you want to be, right?
Yes.
And work towards that. But you can't look at other people and
Exactly.
start saying that, oh, I wish I had that, I wish I had that. I think that's where we get caught up.
Exactly.
When we can just look at what we know what we're capable of and just work towards that. And that's where that quarter life crisis comes in, because you're also at that impressionable age where you know, you're looking at everyone.
Everything and
you're
everyone.
You're still
Yes.
soaking up everything, and you're thinking that, hey, I can try to be this person, I can try to be that person, and it's not until you get to my ripe old age till you realize that it's not possible, and then another
That's what I'm
crisis
saying.
comes
Exactly.
in. So
The
you know,
curveball.
That's not possible?
no, and your dreams are possible.
Okay.
but you cannot compare yourself.
Right, that's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
To
You
others.
have to just, roll with the punches and go after what is attainable and what is achievable. That's why I was saying I think we
Okay.
put too much pressure on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a huge goal in mind, start with baby steps. Go with what you can take care of and handle today. And tomorrow and the next day will come and you'll deal with it then.
She sounds so soothing.
Let's
All right,
move on.
I'm going to make some vodka lemonade and hopefully take the
Put some
advice.
vodka in that lemonade, honey. Keep
It's
stirring that
about
bad
time
boy
you take
in.
my advice. So Leslie, what you got?
Oh, yes, honey. I want to talk about something else here, right? Listen, y'all, the hype of marriage. Well, this is so interesting to me because as we all know, well, some of you may or may not know, but Mary J. Blige, awesome songstress. She's recently, had this unfortunate circumstance of the divorce rear up in her marriage. There have been all kind of rumors as to why and whatever, not getting into all of that. But what I found particularly interesting is the amount of money that her ex-husband, is trying to get from her on a monthly basis. Check this out. So Martin Hendu Isaacs, as we all know him, he recently, she actually had to pay him, well, he wants Mary J. Blige to contribute $5,000, right, to the child support for the two kids from his past relationship.
No.
Yeah.
Isn't
that's
it
the
a
first
total
thing.
of like $100 and something
It's
thousand dollars a
ridiculous.
month?
This is what he wants. So he wanted to contribute to the $5,000 that he pays in child support from the past relationship.
$8,000 for
In
a
addition,
private chef.
for a private chef, $3,200 for a personal trainer, $70,000 in rent, and he pays his parents each month, and the $71,000 in rent he owes to several other properties. Apparently, she gave him $35,000 back in August, and $50,000 in September for spousal support, in addition to $25,000 for his legal counsel. But he said that he spent it all for new living accommodations.
You know what I should be doing at my quarter life crisis? Getting married, clearly, and then getting a divorce. And then maybe I can figure the money part out.
But what does he do?
I know he was
Does he
our
do
manager.
anything?
He was our manager, right? Yeah.
You know the balls you must have to like ask someone for that much money a month
private
and spousal
chef,
support.
though. Oh
no,
my
a personal
goodness.
trainer.
I'm still getting over the $5,000 for my two kids from my other relationship
Yeah.
one. I love that. Granted, I know from what I'd read, she was really good to the kids and everything. They all lived like a family and everything. But seriously, what is it?
Does this discourage you to get married? Does this discourage you to get married?
No, because I feel like
Because whoever you marry probably won't be able to afford to do that for you.
you got to do what works for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, I mean, don't have to look forward to that, unfortunately. But I do
let's
want to
move
talk
on.
about something that, I've been thinking about. So I love to go out by myself, sit down at a nice restaurant, and just kind of pig out,
Right.
drink a bottle of wine, drink a bottle of anything else. That
I love
can
how you like drink a
find.
bottle of wine. It's never
I know,
a
right?
glass
It's
of
not
wine.
a glass of wine. A bottle of wine. Okay.
Yep.
We're with
So I was just thinking, I was reading an article recently where they talked. This lady was talking about she went to a restaurant with her sister or so, and they saw a guy eating by himself, and they're like, "Oh, poor guy, he's so lonely." But I'm like, I do that all. I love that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my goodness, that time to yourself.
But no, the only annoying thing is, I feel like here in Nassau, if you do it, you know, some guy is gonna come over and try to.
No, you're not going to the right places. You're
clearly
going,
not.
You're going to. I'm not gonna name those places. That's where you're going. I go to my nice downtown spot.
I know your downtown spot. Okay.
Where the
Gotcha.
only person that's gonna bother me is that lady with the freckles who keeps coming and asking me if I need another bottle. No, I
Give
have
her a
one
shout
already.
out. Give her a shout out.
Do you know the people at your spot? You know them well?
Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
so you
They
feel
know
comfortable
me.
going there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
well,
I'm a
that's
regular,
cool.
and I'm a regular by myself. They don't even think I have anybody to talk to, and
You know,
that's
strangely
okay.
enough, ladies, I don't see anything wrong with doing anything alone. But the one thing I will not do is go to a restaurant by myself.
Really? Why not?
What?
Unless it's something that I'm just like popping in to take out food. And
Why? Do you think people are gonna think you look like
No,
someone stood you up?
I feel because food is an opportunity to commune with others. That's what it represents for me.
Okay.
Like, what am I gonna do? Just
I'm
sit
gonna
there and
commune
talk
with
to the
those
voices
French
in my
fries,
head?
those chicken nuggets. Oh my god.
You can just indulge, you know, just indulge in all
environment.
kind. In the environment.
Oh, yes,
Talk to the
environment's very
bartender, and then try. You know, some restaurants, if they're preparing the food in front of you,
I like
you
food
can just
with
sample
others.
everything they're cooking. You know, make some friends. I don't know. I'll definitely eat alone. I'll tell you that much, and I am not crazy for it. All right.
No, you're not. So, ladies, Buddy,
Yes.
Buddy Buckets, he's playing tonight.
Yes, he is. We are so proud of Buddy Hill, and I think the entire Bahamas is about to be in Nolans to support him. Earlier this summer, we got the opportunity to catch up with Buddy. Catch the highlight here.
Buddy Hill, Buddy Hill, falling on these niggas like I'm king. Buddy Hill, Buddy Hill, shaking all these haters like a boom. Most these niggas never keep it real. I'm signing to myself, ain't need no major deal. Don't run up on me slipping when I got the split. 3-pointer day, you spin it like I'm Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill, Buddy Hill. I'm ballin' on these niggas like I'm Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill, Buddy Hill. I'm shaking all these haters like I'm Buddy Hill. I put on for my city like I'm Buddy Hill. 2 for 2 Bahamas, take my rock for real. Rock for real.
You can catch him playing tonight against the Denver Nuggets. It's going to be a great game, and we're rooting for you, buddy. So after the break, we've got our Woman Crush Wednesday here in studio. She has an amazing story, and we can't wait to share it with you. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break.
Thank you so much for tuning into the stew. We are ready to welcome our Woman Crush Wednesday, who's here to share with us an incredible story of triumph and victory, inspiration and encouragement after going through an absolutely amazing fight of her life at the tender age of 24. Please join me in welcoming Baquel Butterfield. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, God.
Now, Baquel, I said just now that you went through an amazing fight of your life. Amazing because knowing what you've gone through and where you've come from to now is absolutely amazing. But let's first tell everyone who Baquel is and, share with our audience some of the details about the accident that changed your life.
So I will get to the details that changed my life. That introduces you to Pukwal.
Okay.
On December 6, 2010, I was involved in a car accident. The accident left me in a coma for 5 weeks. I sustained fractured ribs.
Wow.
The most severe injury was a traumatic brain injury. And what happened was my brain, because of the impact, my brain just shook in the skull. And so it experienced bleeding. It was swollen. And so they had to use a tube to release some of that pressure.
Right.
And that's what left me in the coma for about 5 weeks. After I came out of the coma, I had to learn to walk, speak properly, write. Well, I wear glasses now. I never wore glasses before. And so I call that my rebirth experience. Before the accident, I was known as Kelly. So for 24 years, Kelly existed. Pukwal was alive. Pukwal was alive. But Kelly existed. After the accident, which would be 6 years now, 6 years in January, December 6th, 6 years.
Yes.
That would make Pukwal living. And so I would say Pukwal is the first 5 years, 30 years old person that you would meet.
I got you.
And so the difference between Kelly and Pukwal, now Pukwal is living. Living entails being happy, being free, being who you are. So that's
Let's
that.
talk about the spiritual journey that you had to go through in coming out of the coma. You experienced the accident, but you also kind of experienced a reality check. Let's talk about that.
The reality check. When I came out of the coma, because, before the accident, I was a Christian by the register, by the checklist. I went to church, check. I prayed, check. I read my Bible, check. I was active in church ministries, okay? But I had no relationship with God. Outside of the four walls, the building, I did whatever Kelly wanted to do.
Right.
After the accident, I had time to get to know me, get to know God, study His Word, to understand what it is that He wanted me to do. As a matter of fact, because of the accident, as a result of the accident, I had what is called right-sided hemiparesis, which is the entire right side of my body being paralyzed. The muscles are weak. And so that includes the muscles in my face. So one side of my face was sagging and the other side was normal. And I saw this as God's way of telling me, this is how you look to me. You look like you are a hypocrite. You show the world one thing, but you're really something else. You aren't being true to who I created you to be. You aren't being true to me.
Were you angry at God? Did you resent Him at all?
Not at all. I mean, I knew that from the get-go, I knew that God was in this. I just looked at, I remembered the story of Job. And I simply said, okay, God, this is probably you just testing me to see what I'm going to do.
Right.
But it wasn't a test per se, because it was also Him revealing who I really was.
Yeah.
So I was a monster. I showed the world one thing.
Right.
But in reality, I was hurting, I was confused, I was angry because of so many things that I experienced, such as molestation. Because of that, then I ended up being promiscuous, and so it was a lot. So the church saw me as this Christian.
Right.
But
you weren't
outside
living
of that,
it inside your heart. you
exactly.
felt.
And so
Okay.
God was revealing to me physically what was happening
Right.
internally. Yes, so that's that.
You talk a lot about living outside of what the world thinks you're supposed to be. and being your own person. What kind of advice do you give to other people who are trying to find their way in the midst of, you know, what everybody has to say?
It is so hard to be true to you in this society right now because everybody has the image they want you to be for them. And because of that, nobody can be true to themselves. But you have to do what brings you happiness. You have to find that one thing that brings you happiness and build off that. So if your happiness is, for me, I love researching now since the accident. That brings me life. So I would research. And the research that I use, I'm able to help with somebody else. I was doing research on the brain. This is after the accident. Not knowing that my brother, the information that I found out, I would have needed that to then be sort of an advocate for my brother when he experienced an emergency brain surgery.
Wow.
So when the doctor came and he was saying some things, my mom didn't understand.
But you were
and I
able
was
to
able to
grasp
say,
it.
so you were saying that this lobe
XYZ,
was damaged and so
yeah.
he was going. So I already
amazing.
knew. So
Yeah.
you have to do what makes you happy because when you find what makes you happy, you are going to be a blessing to
Yeah,
other persons.
exactly.
Let's
And
talk
people
about
will
your
try-
book.
Yeah, we have Kopycat here.
Yeah.
This is what has
Copycat.
come out of this experience for you.
Yes, I was once a copycat. I fell in line with society. Falling in line keeps the peace. And if you don't follow society, the pattern that society has for you, you are known as a rebel. So I was a copycat. I did what I saw others doing. I followed what I believe should be done. So I was mad. You know, I'm 24 and all I have is an associate's degree and I'm not married yet and I don't have this because society says when you have to have this bachelor's or
Right,
master's
you have to have
degree.
this,
You have to
yeah.
have this
That
husband.
quarter-life crisis that
Yeah.
we were talking about earlier.
So I was like trying to get all of these things, and because I didn't have these things society said I needed to have, I felt like a failure.
Wow.
And
Powerful.
after the accident, I had time now. I had no boys, no job, no friends, nothing to take the place of finding myself. So I used that time to find myself, and that's where the title Copycat,
Right.
take time to find yourself,
Yeah.
comes from.
And how can we find the book real quickly?
The book, right now is on Amazon.
Okay.
I think it's on, well, anyway, Barnes & Nobles, that's for sure. Barnes &
Okay.
Nobles and Amazon.
Okay.
I haven't gotten any books locally as yet, but as soon as that's in, it's going to be published, promoted
Yeah.
on the
Available.
website. Yes,
It'll
on
be
the
available.
website
Okay.
and on my Facebook page.
Okay.
I don't like using the word fan page, but my Facebook page.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, Paquel, you've been an absolute inspiration, I really must say, and we truly appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you for sharing your story, and we look forward to hearing more about what's going on in the world of Paquel Butterfield. Thank you once again to her for being here, and we'll be back with more of this too after this.
Hey guys, it's Anika and this is your Style Minute here on The Stew. Today, I'll be teaching you how to pair your Ankara, that is your African print, with a few fun pieces in your closet. My little crop top is by Voel Mapasi, which is absolutely perfect for slack trousers, much like the ones I'm wearing now, and I've had these since I was 17 years old. You can also pair your Ankara with slacks for a smart casual look for happy hour directly after work. If you're looking for something for the weekend, a pair of denim with some sneakers will do the trick just fine, and throw on a little baseball cap and you'll be ready to go. Once again, this has been your Style Minute. I'll see you guys next time.
Well, thank you, Anika, for those tips. I will definitely be trying that when I'm at home and I can't embarrass myself yet. It's been a wonderful Wednesday. It'll be the last day you see me for a while.
Yeah.
Please make sure these two don't replace me. But I truly enjoyed, speaking with Paquel Butterfield. Her story completely touching.
Yes.
We do encourage you to check out her book, Copycat. And yeah, girls.
Have a great trip, honey.
Thank you.
You better send me pictures.
Yes.
And bring us back some stuff.
That's important. Souvenirs.
And ostrich eggs.
Yes. Someone I know wants you to bring them back an ostrich
I have to
egg.
keep saying it, so I.
Where are you
So you
going, by the way,
remember.
Janae?
So, going to Cape Town,
Nice.
going to Durban to the safari in South Africa, and then going to Johannesburg, and then going to Colorado.
Love it. I want to come in your suitcase.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't-
Let's
I-
just do
just
one
stuff me
big
in your suitcase.
stew on the go.
Yes.
Yeah.
But see you
Anyhow,
guys. Alrighty.
Been awesome.
So
Have a great time.
you'll see these two on Friday. I'm gonna be missing happy hour, but don't get too comfortable without me, girls. We'll see you soon
Next time on the stew.
on the stew. Have a good one.
When the vibe is right.